Well, I have not used my circular saw in months, but well, today it's coming in handy. What I need to do today is cut a few dados into this board, and well, I guess the most popular way of doing that would be to buy a set of dado blades for your table saw and set them up and run the board through the table saw with a dado blade. Well, I very rarely need to do these dados like this one here that I just did, where I can fit a board in here. This is going to be supporting, ooh, that's a snug fit. This is going to be supporting shelving. This is, anyway, I do not have a set of dado blades for my table saw, and as rarely as I do this kind of thing, I don't see any need to go ahead and buy that. Instead, I'm doing it this way, a little bit slower. A lot slower, actually, but well, it gets the job done, and this is how I'm going about it. So what I've done here is I got a piece of plywood, nice straight edge, and I'm clamping it down with some C-clamps, and I know that the shoe on this saw is exactly 5 inches away. 5 inches away from this edge. So if I run this edge along here, when I make this cut, it'll be exactly where I want it. What I've done is very carefully laid out some, I've got some layout lines here where I want the dados to be, and so also for the cut that I just made, well, that's on the other side of the blade. And what I'm using here is a 60 tooth trim blade, thin kerf, and it is about 5 1/16 inches from here to here. Anyway, I laid it out, I made a cut exactly on that line, and I have the added advantage that I don't need the dado to run all the way through to this end. So I can do a little plunge cut here and make sure I'm just right before I continue on. And, well, that's what we're going to do right now. Let the saw come to a stop. This seems to be off. Let's check it again. My carelessness is why I was off. Alright, go again. Alright, having done that, I can measure, and I think I want to adjust just a little bit, so I got my hammer. Even though it's clamped down, I can go ahead and tap it over just a bit. And yeah, I think it'll work. Okay, so here we go. Going for it this time. And it certainly does not hurt to go ahead and make another cut between these two cuts. No precision needed on that middle cut. Then what we do is take a chisel and just start popping this stuff out of here. like this. And well, before I know it, get this thing all cleaned out. Let's keep going a little more, just a little more. Okay, and then I still got some yuckies on the bottom, so I'm taking another skinnier chisel and kind of just scraping along there like that. And with that, then I can do a little test fit and make sure, yeah, board's going to fit. I got a total of 5 of these to do. 1 is done. There's number 2. I got 3 more to do on this board and another one. And well, rather than go out and buy dado blades, I'm just doing it with a circular saw. Another way, I suppose, is you could take a router, which I don't have a router, and it'd be a very similar setup. You set up a guide like this, and then run your router along and cut the groove. That's also a very good way of doing it. But, well, this is how I'm just knocking out a few dados. I only do a few of these every once in a while, so I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch of expensive fancy tools to do it. Just knocking it out like this.